Good evening, everybody. So happy to have you all here inside in the nice warm climate of the Oregon Middle School. My name is Jim Baxter, and this is the Oregon Community Band. I'm going to start a minute or two early because it looks like we're all here tonight. And we get to face you without having to look into the sun in the afternoon sky. So we're seeing all your bright, smiley faces. It's wonderful that you're here to be part of this program. And this is the 39th year I've been able to announce what I announced, because we are in our 39th year of progress as being community band, serving our community and serving with concerts in all different locations, especially our summer park concerts. We really enjoy doing those, and you're a big part of it, because I see many familiar faces for those concerts, as well as this one tonight. So we hope you had a chance to check out the program on the orange flyer as you came in, and we hope you enjoy the program. There's snacks over to your right at the two tables over here, and water if you would like that. That's why you're at tables tonight, so you can have it right there in front of you. And then we see the food pantry is really filling up over there. Thank you so much for bringing those donations along. And also, any giving offerings you give tonight, as I say, are going in that blue bin over there, and that will go to the food pantry also. And also be, I guess, what did you say, doubled?
No, it'll be added to.
It'll be added to by 25%, by what group?
Buckets for hunger.
Buckets for Hunger will also add to that, whatever you give tonight. So that'll be wonderful for the food pantry, because they're in need. So you've done a wonderful job of bringing all that product with you. We're going to start the concert tonight by me introducing Kevin Peckham. Kevin over here knows how to talk on a microphone. He's a radio announcer and been in electronics his whole life, and he'll be our program announcer tonight. And he'll start us off with our first piece background on Dress Parade.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for coming. And before we get started with the formal part of the program, the trombone section was in debate as to whether people were here more for the music or more for the free food. So fess up, if you came for the free food, raise your hand. That's good. It's always good to know what we are facing in the audience. Well, thank you for coming. Our first piece tonight is a piece by William Paris Chambers. And he was an American composer and performer. He was born in Pennsylvania in 1854. And he was actually quite a colorful musical character. And I'll explain that as we go forward. First of all, he enjoyed studying music in early school years, and he quickly became proficient. In fact, he was a bit of a virtuoso on the cornet by the age of 13. He became well known as an outstanding player, and he had an extraordinary, amazing ability to play very high notes, up to the third high C, which our trumpet players will demonstrate for you right now, right guys? No, apparently not. I'm sure they could do that, but they've decided not to. As a stunt once, he played a solo from the summit of Pikes Peak just to draw attention to his extraordinarily high range. We didn't rehearse that, but thank you very much, Diane. Thank you very much. He is also remembered for his ability to invert his horn and play while pressing the valves upward. So how about that, guys? Is that easy to do?
Aaron does that all the time.
Oh, okay. No big deal. Throughout his teens and 20s, he conducted several city bands and composed around 90 marches altogether in his career, including the Boys of the Old Brigade, the Chicago Tribune March, and the one that we'll be playing for you now, which is called On Dress Parade. Around the turn of the 20th century, English composer Ralph Vaughan Williams was a collector of British folk tunes. The British countryside tunes around Norfolk, Sussex, and Essex were rich with folk songs. And along with composers Gustav Holst and Percy Grainger, they all used the song tunes that they had heard and recorded as the basis for their band and choral compositions. Well over 800 songs are archived by those three men combined. Tonight we're playing the Sea Songs March for concert band, which has actually got 3 songs incorporated into it: Princess Royal, Admiral Bigelow, and Portsmouth. This is Sea Songs. Our next selection is a Percy Granger piece, and Percy Granger is an interesting fellow and led an interesting life. He was born in Australia. He studied music in Britain, and later he came to the U.S. and became a U.S. citizen and enlisted in the U.S. Army as a bandsman. He used his time in the Army to revolutionize the sounds of what would then become standard music for concert bands, choirs, and orchestras throughout the world. Tonight we are playing a piece that pays tribute to the beautiful scenery of the River Doon in Scotland. And I will mispronounce it, but I will do the best I can. This is Ye Banks and Braes o' Bonnie Doon. And now a very educational piece. That's scary, isn't it? Tonight we're performing three pieces all together in the concert tonight by the American composer Leroy Anderson. Leroy Anderson was a staff arranger for Arthur Fiedler at the Boston Pops Orchestra in the 1950s. He created many humorous and lighthearted works, and one is our favorite, The Typewriter, which we'll be performing tonight. And to properly appreciate this one, it is important that you remember what a typewriter in use actually sounded like. Some of you may have never had that experience, but this will be very educational tonight. So this may be a lesson in ancient history for the younger ones in the audience. We'll first demonstrate. So first we have the snapping sound of the keys being struck. Then upon reaching the end of a line, there was a bell that sounded as a warning. Usually just one. Thank you. And then before you could type again, you had to slam the carriage to the left so that you could start typing once again. And so there was the sound of the carriage sliding home. So let's listen, watch, and remember as the band plays The Typewriter by Leroy Anderson.
Hear that?
And since this is our holiday concert, a piece for Thanksgiving is in order. So our Thanksgiving composition tonight is from Robert Sheldon. He is one of the most frequently performed contemporary composers of wind band music, which is what we are. This piece involves two classic songs of Thanksgiving, We Gather Together and Praise God from Whom All Blessings Flow. now what you came for. No, don't run for the food. This is not intermission. This is a special piece for us because it features the lovely ladies in our French horn section. So we have a special addition to the program, which they cooked up on their own. This is quite amazing. This is a compilation of 4 classic tunes of the holidays called Holiday Horns. And the 4 songs involved are Me'azur, which is the traditional Hanukkah song, sung typically on or after the lighting of the menorah. Then on to the Christmas Carol, Joy to the World, followed by the dreidel song, and finishing up with We Wish You a Merry Christmas. I did that much too fast. So I'll introduce the ladies. We will do that. And your 5 French horn players, and first of all, having 5 French horn players in a community band is extraordinary. There are many years that this band performed with 1 or less French horn players. So we are particularly pleased to have 5 gifted French horn players. So this is Holiday Horns. Kowalski, Teresa Nelson, Julie Erdman, Liz Annan, and Misty Johnson, our French horn section extraordinaire. I will read slower as they get back to their seats. We will need them in this next song. Jim, how many years is it for the band? 39? 39. So we waited 38 years to get 5 French horns so we could do stuff like that. Thank you very much. Our next march uses the historical Civil War figure from Indiana, John T. Wilder, as an inspiration for the structure of the music. The march begins with bugle-like fanfares and then moves menacingly to minor key themes. It will sound kind of scary. It'll change into lighter sounding woodwind breezes before building to a full percussive ending flourish. The piece is called The Lightning Brigade by James Barnes. You like the stirring ones. Maybe the menacing part. Well, the next one will not be menacing. It'll be far from that. Our second Leroy Anderson piece of the night is Sleigh Ride It is a holiday favorite, but you may not know some of the stories behind it. Lucky for you, I'm here to tell you. You would think that a piece called Sleigh Ride would have been composed in the cold of winter, but actually that was not the case. It was composed during a heat wave in June of 1946, perhaps an effort to think cool thoughts for relief from the oppressive heat for Leroy. Originally, it was only an instrumental work also. Words came years later, added by other composers. Its association with Christmas is also somewhat strange in that if you actually examine the lyrics, they were the ones that were eventually added to the piece. They have no mention of the holiday season. In fact, at the time, the lyrics were actually written to describe a fun birthday party sleigh ride. So in spite of that, the Happy Piece is one of the winter holidays' top 10 songs of all time. With the sounds of horses clopping and whips cracking, we now present Sleigh Ride. Carl King was a major contributor to the band music era before 1940. He has over 300 published musical works of many styles: gallops, waltzes, overtures, serenades, and rags. The Devil in the Deep Blue Sea that we're performing tonight is a humoresque or a fantasy piece. He wrote it to feature bass soloist in the band, and we will be doing that tonight. Our tuba soloists tonight are Greg Rapp and Sarah Balster.
I thought Kevin was going to tell us what the devil part was, but he didn't explain that tonight.
Please, please. Let's stand. Wait. should. So if you've been counting, that's 2 Leroy Andersons down, 1 to go. There's only one more song to play, so guess what? Tonight we'll close our program with yet another Leroy Anderson creation. Arthur Fiedler approached Leroy Anderson about creating a Christmas overture for an upcoming RCA holiday recording session in 1952. He specified that it should include Christmas songs, carols, and other wintry holiday types of music. After selecting some of the most traditional and well-known works of the season to include, he composed a Christmas festival. And after the trombone section has installed antlers on all of the members, we will then play a Christmas festival.
The time goes so fast when we're playing like this. We rehearse starting in September, and usually the last Tuesday of the month, and then the band works on the music for this concert. Usually it's 10 new pieces of music, so we can present those over the summer when we put together our summer program. And our summer program this year starts the first Tuesday in June, as normal, and we have 6 weeks, because we have 6 Tuesdays as we travel through the first week of July. So we're inviting you to all those concerts too. You can leave your coats at home and enjoy the outdoor park at Oregon Waterman Triangle Park. We sure enjoy playing there. It's been a great location for us, and we hope to continue being there for many years to come. And we appreciate your attendance at those concerts also. If you have played a musical instrument before, usually through high school is what we're looking for as far as ability level goes. That's fine. We'd love to have you sit in and read with us, sight read some of the music with us in March. So if you feel comfortable and you'd like to join the band, you're in. That's your audition. You come and try it out and see if you like it, okay? That's our audition, I guess. So we'd really enjoy having you join us. If you played any of the instruments of the band, we'd welcome you. If you have any questions, Jim Baxter, I'm in the phone book. I still have one of those old phones that have wires connected to it. So you're welcome to call at any time. And I'm also happy to give you my email if you'd rather type it out for me. But we'd love to have new members join us. I can't imagine how many numbers of people we've had come through the band as we near our 40th year together. It would be a wonderful reunion to do that in the 40th year, to have everybody come visit and play at one of our concerts. And we look forward to you there again this summer. And of course, all the concerts are free. We enjoy doing that. That's why we're here. We're all volunteers. We love being here, and we love the school allowing us to practice in the Oregon Middle School band room and then perform here. It's been a real blessing to have all that support through all these years, so we thank them for that. And we hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving next week. We gave you a little music for that startup, and now we'll finish our program with some Christmas music. Oh, I got a note here to read, huh? I did that. Were you listening? Okay. Somebody said that to me last week. You've been married 34 years. You should be used to not being listened to. Give Kevin a little applause. He did a great job today.
Jim would like you to know that there are refreshments over on this side of the room, and you're welcome to them.